Cześć, z tej strony Zivah i zapraszam Was na drugą część epizodu 5 z gry Wilk Pośród Nas. Bawcie się dobrze. Odlewnia Shepherd, późną nocą. Dobra, jeszcze to zrobimy. Limuzynę. Jak możemy coś obejrzeć, to sprawdźmy.
Still warm. He's here, all right.
To już wiemy. Z jednej strony nie chcę być zbyt porywcza i nie chcę ich wszystkich bić, kopać, zabijać, bo sam lekarz mi powiedział, że mam na siebie uważać i boję się, że umrę. Boję się, że to będzie kara wilka. Że on umrze.
Of course.
Mam nadzieję, że tak nie będzie. Tu pewnie ta ruda będzie na mnie czekać. Shepherd. Coś tu jeszcze mam? Paczki. Mogę sobie zobaczyć.
So this is where they've been sending these.
Z tym Crooked-manem jest w ogóle też taka sprawa, że mówię, on też zniszczył ten baśniogród. Wiadomo, ta laska też zrąbała. Tak, o, każdy może sobie wejść? Coś mi się to podejrzane wydaje.
Big Wolf.
Jest tu ta sucza.
The big bad wolf.
Scena z cutscenki. Tablica. Koło,
You
tablicy.
used to be something.
Moje zdjęcia. Jest Jaśmin, ta... Jak ona się nazywa? Siostra... Czekaj, Holly. Holly z Śnieżką. Jaśmin i jakieś dwie dziunie. Ja ze Śnieżką, ja palący. O, ja Jaśmin? I Jaśmin i jakaś dziunia. A, nie to. Oczywiście, żeby wyjść, mam wróć napisane tu u góry, że mam prawym, a ja klikam escape, tak.
They used to fear you.
Ona mnie tu specjalnie sprowadziła. Oni.
They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
Koło. Co, mogę sobie obejrzeć koło? Mogę iść tam dalej? Nie, to gdzie mogę iść? Mogę wziąć młot? Czemu nie mogę wziąć młotu? Bym miała się jak bronić? No idźesz, Big B. Jak się dziwnie steruje, jak nie widzę, gdzie mam iść. Ludzie. Ej, tam miotła była. Bawimy się w Harry'ego Pottera. Tu teraz? Aha. Czyli w złą stronę poszłam. Nie wiem. Naprawdę nie wiem. Dalej mam patrzeć na to moje zdjęcie? Albo jestem może zbyt ciemna na to wszystko? Jakaś trumna, szafki? Tylko to mam. Dalej mam się na to patrzeć. Co, mogę coś klikać? Nie, nic tu nie mam do... Big B Wolf? Co to jest? I Habit Crane? Beauty? Bluebird? Jack Horner? Mr. Toad? Oni tu mają wszystkie, nie wiem, dokumenty o nas? Wszystko, co chcieliby wiedzieć? Zmieszam się jak dziecko, ale nie wiem, gdzie mam iść. Lecz, wybieracz, wybielacz. A tam mogę iść, to czemu przedtem nie mogłam? Ta kamera jest straszna. Chociaż podoba mi się stylistyka gry, ale ta kamera... Oho!
Silver.
The big bad wolf.
O kurde.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Aby było ja, jakby on pracował do niej, dla niej. W sensie Wilk, nie? I był zły.
I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to
Już raz tu umarłam w pierwszym odcinku, więc...
Persuade him.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Didn't your mother ever teach you
A
manners?
ciebie? Chyba też nie.
Or was she too busy fucking whatever breeze drifted through town?
Nie wiem, czy uderzać ją jako pierwsza. Chyba powinnam.
Sad.
Ej, kliknęłam! Chyba muszę ją bić. Z moją chęcią, tylko żebym się właśnie... Ona się potrafi dziwnie teleportować, więc... Nagle się pojawi za nim i się okaże, że będzie z kulką, tak? Tylko błagam, nie bawmy się w znajdź szczegół. Przecież ty jesteś Bigby na przegranej pozycji. Laska ma kule, które mogą cię zabić. Mogą iść tam, na prawo. Laska ma kule, które mogłyby cię zabić. Potrafi się teleportować albo biegać jak ten... Mega szybko biegać. Jak Flash? Flash chyba. A ja nie mam nic oprócz, powiedzmy, siły. I tak trochę, no, lipa. Jeszcze zostało mi jakby jedno życie, tak? Już mnie raz postrzeliła. Co mogę zrobić? Nic nie mogę zrobić. Aha, mogę iść? Mogę iść. To bardzo ryzykowne. Bo wydaje mi się, że wpadnę do tej, co tam było. Miałam coś kliknąć. Ej, kliknęłam. To się nacisnęłam. Czemuś się nie... Czemuś się nie uchylił. No teraz mnie uderzyła, okej.
Where are you?
To przedtem się udało, tak?
Come out and face me.
To jesteś w idealnej pozycji. Co to jest? Co to jest? Co to jest? Okej. Chyba nie powinnam jej bić. W sensie... Wrzucę ją do tego pieca. Błagam, wrzucę ją do tego pieca. Niech zginie! No już jest wszystko! Co ty chcesz ode mnie? Jeszcze. Kikotek. W ogóle co z tą laską jest nie tak? Nie wiem. Co? No wy sy chyba jaja robicie. Nie wiem, co to w ogóle jest? Nie mam jakiejś mocy odepchnij wszystkie, więc... Co to ma za sens, czy uderzę jedną, czy wszystkie? czekajcie, bo teraz są takie sekwencje, że się skupić muszę. Tu mnie wszyscy biją. Nie, ja wiecie co, nie za bardzo... Akurat w tym momencie nie za bardzo ogarniam, co się dzieje. Czyżby mnie wszyscy zabili? Zjedz je, błagam cię. Ło, kurde, stałam się takim całkowitym wilkiem. Wow, ale jestem fajna. Ale jestem super. W tej wersji mi się podoba bardziej niż w normalnej. Jaka jestem duża, taki cudowny jak piesek. A, rozwal ją. Czemu to się w szkło zamienia? Kim jest ta dziewoja? Jest jakby tylko jedna właściwa? Czy to nie jest tak, że... A nie, myślałam, że jak będę podążać za tą laską, to sama zginę. Skąd ich tyle jest? Co to, zombie jakieś są? Transformacja jak Pokemony. Wow, zabójczy wiatr. Ciekawe, czy dwustronne. O, Winter Fresh. Zawsze świeży oddech. A to je ona, tak? To ona sobie zrobiła, nie wiem, dużo kopii siebie? W ogóle co z nią jest nie tak? Czemu ona ma tyle szkieł w sobie? Blada Mary. Może dlatego, bo ona jest jak z tych horrorów, tak? Blada Mary. Czy coś takiego. Krwawa Mary. Co się w lustro patrzy i że ona wychodzi, nie? Może dlatego jest cała w odłamkach szkła. Wow. To było... Wow. Wilk, powiem ci. Gdzie masz ciuchy? Czy to jest jak w Zmierzchu? Że jak się transformuje w wilka, to gubi ciuchy. No, chyba tak. O, jaki on ma pyszczek. O, znajdę cię, nie? Znajdę.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets.
Poczekam.
Now, I may not be the best shot, but I can guarantee that at least one bolt will meet its mark.
Bo chcę od niego usłyszeć jego wytłumaczenia.
Able to heal yourself. Without Swinehart to save you, you'll die. Is that reason enough for you? Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want. You plan to do what she says, don't you?
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community.
To możemy zrobić.
And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women.
Ale
I
kazałeś to
think you know
zrobić.
that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will. As long as you agree to my
Zastanawiam się, bo z jednej strony
terms.
Śnieżka
Because I'm not
chciała.
saying another word until I'm brought before the community.
I strasznie ciekawi mnie jego wersja. Zabije
I don't
go i
need
co?
to
I
belabor
tyle.
the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time
Wiem.
explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this
W
miserable
ogóle chciałam wam przerwać ten odcinek i już skończyć, ale
You're often reckless.
wygląda na to, że chyba cały epizod dostaniecie.
Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where
A
this
co cię
is
to obchodzi?
Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
Nie odzywam się. Gówno cię to
Those are
obchodzi,
two
co chce.
very different things. You're smart, I'll admit that. So what I just don't understand is why you're here. I mean, you want to catch your killer, right? Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over.
Super, właśnie.
Shall we get going?
Idziemy.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
Nie chcę mu wziąć, bo on mnie zastrzeli.
Fine. I'm sure
Nic
Miss White
siłą.
will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Gdzie jest Crane? Tak, nie było go nigdzie, zabili go? W sumie tu też mogłabym wam uciąć, ale wiecie co, dostaniecie odcinek cały. Taki, że przygotujcie sobie, nie wiem, obiad, kolację, śniadanie, kawę, dużą kawę. Nie mam za bardzo czasu na nagrywki, powinnam się uczyć, bo w niedzielę mam 2 poprawki, a siedzę i nagrywam.
But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening? Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The crooked man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the crooked man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well,
Thank
but
you.
that, you know...
Jak się cieszę.
Glad you made it back in one piece.
Aww.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The crooked man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porge who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute.
Tak.
So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Nie żyje.
Is he still out there?
Sincerely hope not.
Georgie paid for what he did. In the end, there was a fight, and he bled out from his wounds. It's over.
So he's dead? That's what you're
No.
saying?
I can't believe it was him. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for. And
I was told I would be allowed to speak.
Tak,
We
powiedz.
have to read the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish, and you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against
Boję
various
się, że to
members of the
spierdzielę.
downtown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And for being a condescending prick.
Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all know who you are. We know what you've done.
Just give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government, and most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it fucking belongs.
So let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together
Dokładnie.
and make something
Śnieżka
of this
dobrze
town,
mówi.
we have to
On nas
start
jeszcze
doing
może
things
zaskoczyć.
correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Bardzo dobrze, Śnieżka. Popieram cię.
This is ridiculous.
Ustawiajcie się tyłem do studni.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit. Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize...
Co powiedziałeś?
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he
To była
talking about?
pułapka.
You weren't being helpful. You were trying to set me up. Your people tried to kill me.
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and
Aha,
helpless,
wiedziałam, że to zrobi.
I was there to look out for you.
Pieprz się. Wiedziałam, że to zrobi.
Wasn't I?
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything.
Nie spaliłam jej drzewka.
With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because
Nie podoba
I
mi się, w
helped
jaką
her,
stronę
she
to
was
idzie.
able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
They burned my tree.
Nie spaliłam jej drzewka.
What?
You burned it down?
You see?
Why would you do that?
Snow?
She was helping people glamour themselves as other fables. We couldn't let that continue.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town.
Źle to się kończy. Okaże się, że mnie i
That
ją
may not
zrzucą.
always be clear right away, but I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The crooked man's been exploiting you, exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Do you really think the crooked man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Nie pamiętam, żebym spaliła to drzewko. Cały czas mi to chodzi po głowie.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded.
Wskakuj do tej
The sheriff
studni.
simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a
a
confession that...
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke.
Ja jestem jeszcze
Especially
powiernikiem.
given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
To teraz będzie, że...
Of course.
on powie, że Śnieżka jest winna temu, bo ja
If I'm to
zabiłam.
blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Ja
Like
pierdzielę.
what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all...
Nagrody to zrobił, ja go nie biłam wtedy.
Not me.
He was a murder suspect.
To nie ja.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply
To co
never
powiedział?
happened.
Bo skoro on powiedział, że
Georgie
źle...
killed Faith and Lily. End of
Że
story.
źle zrozumiał.
They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction?
Ale jakim
Who will
kosztem?
dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf?
Nie trzeba przede mną
Will
bronić.
we
Bigby? Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
What's she doing here?
Dajcie jej mówić.
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
She has something to say, and we're gonna
Pewnie jak
listen.
powie, to
Go
umrze.
right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You
Whoa.
enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn.
Ale to nie jest dlatego, że tamta umarła i ona teraz
I
może?
found Vivian's body. Did you kill her?
Nie,
Did he?
nie.
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Vivian killed herself back at the Pudding and Pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think I
Nerissa. My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to...
Zamknij
He
się.
ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so.
Czyli to jest kurczybek.
You're going to take the word of
Zamknij
At
się.
least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Ha.
now.
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has a
more
point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't give a
bloodshed
shit.
So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of
We
here.
can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
Look, Snow should decide what we do with him. She's gonna be the deputy mayor,
But
so...
she's not the deputy mayor yet.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really.
Nie, nie do mnie!
That makes sense to me.
Nie! Nie chcę tego robić!
This isn't...
Nie
What the
chcę!
people want, that's right.
Okay, Mr. Wolf.
Nie!
Just do what you think is right.
Nie! Nie na czas.
Sheriff, do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
He has to
We can
die.
lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Ja bym
Not
go
this
za...
way.
O w dupę! O nie! O nie! O ty skurczybyku! O ty gnoju! Ty gnoju!
There you are.
Ty mnie zaatakowałeś!
You all remember this moment
On mnie zaatakował.
when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still...
End it already.
Co mówią? Jezus, nie wiem! A jak nic nie zrobię? Jak nic nie zrobię, to on i tak go wrzuci. Okej.
For Lily. And Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
Powiem wam, to było mocno. W tym miejscu kończę drugi epizod drugą część, co ja mam z tym epizodem? Drugą część z epizodu 5. Na wielki finał, której końcówki nie zrozumiałam. Zapraszam was za 2 dni, czyli w piątek. Tak. Dziękuję za oglądanie, trzymajcie się, buziaki, pa!